Okay, I'm going to do a few things first. I'm gonna have to open. Kita buka streamnya dulu. Udah nyala belum ya? Semoga aja kita nggak nge-lag. Karena gue udah punya wifi guys. I already have a wifi. Okay, let me open the chat first. Kita buka dulu ya. Oh yeah, wait, I haven't connected my phone actually. I think it's fine. No, I think it's fine. Hello, hi Ishwar, hi Sof. Ah, there are already people here. Hello guys. Hi, how are you guys doing today? How are you today? You're recovered? Oh my gosh, that's such a good news. Jet lag is a pain in the ass, honestly. Hi, udang rebus. Udang rebus, hello udang rebus. Hi Jared. Hello, wow, we have many people today. Oh hi. Hello. Hello Sane. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Hi. Oh my gosh, we have many people already off the bat. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? Week 7. I know. Thanks for coming. Hi, Azima. You arrived on time. Yeah, surely. Seriously, I just started. Oh my gosh. Hi, guys. Good day. Good day. How's your health and work? My health has been great, actually. How is everyone? It's kind of like a flu season over here. Many of my stuff got sick. My friends got sick too. But I'm great. Thankfully, me and my family. Hello, Echelon. Hi, Jared. How I'm doing today? I'm doing good today, thank you. I was a little busy today, but I'm really excited to read the confessions that you guys have sent me. You've been sick? Oh no. From the trip? From the trip? So today we have been able to collect 17 responses, hence why I turned off the form just because I think it's enough to read tonight. Oh, saying thank you. Thank you so much, welcome. You have now access to the emotes. Hold on. Where is the thingy? Oh, is it here? This one. Oh, okay. Story 1. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of a chit chat before then. I ate chicken stew and rice and vegetables. Have a good weekend. Yes, 17 letters of angst. You're right. I'm actually excited to read, and I feel like it's gonna be a lot that we're covering today. So, yeah, are you guys ready? Are you ready? We have 17 stories in total. In the last live stream, I actually opened the form during the stream just because I thought that we had enough time to cover, but now I think 17 is enough to cover. So yeah, maybe next time I might do something like this again just because I think it's fun to do for a bit. Much of drive. Oh dear, oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. Safe drive. I hope your uncle is recovering or will be recovering well. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely terrible. Oh no, get well soon. I hope he will recover soon. Please drive safely, hon. Is the music okay? Is the music too small or is my voice too big? My voice is gonna have like some sort of static sound because I obviously have no idea how the settings work. Okay, bye bye, hon. Safe drive. Oh my gosh, Ishwar. 19 months. Oh, congratulations for being around for 19 months. So, yes, of course. Please be safe, and music is fine. Okay. All right. Let's start with the first story. Are you guys ready? Shall we read? Shall we start? Let me just take a sip of water first. Oh my god, guys, I have Wi-Fi now. I'm using it right now. That is crazy. Honestly, it's other than the fact that it's a little faster and less lag, there's still some lagging involved, but we'll see, okay? We're gonna have to try for a few months before I can tell if it's good or not. Alright, so yeah, hopefully in the future there's gonna be less lagging. Okay? Yeah, let's go. Okay, first story. This is the first ever response, I believe. Congrats! Thank you. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's like a local brand, so I don't think any of my friends or relatives know the brand because it only covers the city. So yeah, Wi-Fi the savior or a pure prankster. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't jinx it. Between your internet connection. I know. No, you haven't. We're just getting started. Chill. Don't worry. All right, let's get started with the first story. Okay. First story. From friends to lovers to strangers. We were friends since we were preteens, 12 to 13 years old. At the time, I had lost... Whoa. Boyfriend. Udang rebus. Makasih udang rebus. Okay. At the time, I had lost my best friend due to their family moving away. So when she came into my life, it was as if she filled the void of having someone there for me. My parents met... Oh dear. Oh my gosh, welcome back. You didn't have to, but thank you, Han. I mean, not Han. I mean, udang rebus, maaf. No, that's a nightmare. I know, it is a nightmare. Okay. We annoyed each other, argued about anime ships, and comforted each other when things get too rough for us. Family pressure, lol. As we got older, we started to experience things like love, lust, and started to see each other differently. These new feelings hurt because we didn't know how to approach each other. So when we broke up, as friends, in brackets, we left voids in each other's hearts. Years would pass and fate would end up dragging us back to each other. Whoa. Wow. Seeing other people never worked out for either of us. This is straight up drama. Oh my goodness, like a K-drama. This is anime plot. When we rekindled during our early years of adulthood, we inevitably fell in love. We were naive and foolish. We thought we knew everything about each other. We tried very hard. Every month was a war because we tried so hard to make it work. Our friends and family had waited so long for us to finally be together. But life isn't like the stories we read as children or the anime or movies we grew up with. Aww. We were immature and incompatible. In the end, we left each other's lives for the final time. When she left, she took the last piece of my childhood with her. She was my blue spring. I wonder if she ever felt the same. No, this is the first confession. Oh my goodness, I'm a little stressed out. Actually. Oh my goodness, that would break me. That would absolutely break me, I think. It is. Especially someone that you grew up with, right? And then you rekindled and you met each other again, and then you had to go on your separate ways. I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm sure it's for the better, right? But it still hurt. Yeah, we just started. I mean, this is a friendship breakup, so what were we expecting, right? It's gonna break our hearts either way. Okay, so hold on, let me write for this story number 2. It is really sad. It leaves like a lingering feeling, you know, like a lingering feeling. Okay, second story. I think someone might want to mention their name because they didn't mention anything here not to mention their name, and they started by mentioning their name. Okay, so it's Neo. Neo's not here per usual. They're probably busy at work. 16 of sadness to go. You're right. Oh, am I lagging? Or is it my phone? Oh, it's my phone. Is it my phone? Okay, my phone is not, it's not reading the comments. Okay, am I lagging, guys? Can someone tell me if I'm lagging or not? My phone is lagging though. I'm gonna be upset if I'm lagging. Oh, I'm good. Okay, thank you. No, I think it's my phone. My phone. Should I just use my other phone actually? Yeah, let me just use my other phone actually, because it's connected to the actual Wi-Fi. I haven't set up my old phone, and it's lagging pretty badly, so I'm gonna use this. Hold on. Okay, all good. Thank God. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the second story, you guys. Did I use? Yes, I use the cable. It still lags sometimes when I watch YouTube videos and also when I play games, but it's definitely not as bad. So that is an improvement. And also it's loading way faster. I mean, we don't know yet. We'll see. I guess you can only tell after a few months of usage anyway. So, okay. Moving on, guys. You're not lagging that much. Okay. Am I still am I lagging at all? Am I lagging for you guys? Still? I lowered the quality on OBS already. Am I lagging? No? How was it? How was it the past 18? Okay, thank God. Alright. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, let's move on to the second story. It's a story by Neo. The person's not here, unfortunately, but they're probably watching the VOD, so yeah. Hey, it's Neo. In case I'm not here for the stream, I wish you all a wonderful day. Had a friend back in high school who showed up when I needed someone to talk to, and that was the first time we became friends. Prior to mutual greetings and such, we spoke almost every day at school and outside of it. They would always be there for me on days I didn't think I would need someone, so I swear they were psychic or something. Later on, they vacationed out of country for a while and came back with a gift for me and my other friends. And it was sweet of them. Never thought I'd be considered. A year and a half into our friendship, I started noticing them withdrawing and becoming more distant, and I never knew why. I asked if I did anything wrong and if they're okay, but the only response I got was sorry, just busy. Oh, I hate it already. But I knew somewhere in my gut that was a lie. From days to weeks and then months and now a year, I finally came to realization that I had lost a friend. And and all I have left now is the gift they gave me that hangs on my wall. Wait, Neo, you're leaving me hang. What do you mean lost a friend? You should have clarified. You mean like gone? You mean like passed away or like walked away? Oh, that is huh? Like lost as in like walking away? Neo, you should have written something, Neo. When I catch you, Neo. When I catch you. This is unclear message. This is giving me mixed signals. Yeah, I know. Let's hope it's not. I mean, it's sad either way, and if it's grief, then oh my goodness. You know how terrible that feels? When you lose a friend, not knowing what they're going through. It can take years. It will take years. Okay, if Neo ever comes to the stream, please remind me to ask, what does that mean? Because I need to know. We need to know. We demand clarification, we do. Yes, guys, get your cookies, get your snacks, get some drinks. I just had some snacks, so I'm not getting any right now. But if you have some snacks at home, I think you totally should get it right now. Because I'm going to move on to the third story. It's been a few minutes. Oh, you made it! Mars, hi! Hi, Mars! How are you? Oh my gosh, hi! Can't believe you made it. Yeah, I only started 20 minutes ago. That's crazy. Hello, Mars! How are you? Oh my goodness. I'm contemplating whether or not I should open the form. I feel like 17 is definitely enough, right? You think? I think it's enough, right? Yeah, it's enough. I mean, I could always do more of these in the future. I just need to find more topics. Right? Okay. Let's just complete all the 17 stories and then we'll think about what we're gonna do afterwards. Okay. I'm sure it's gonna take me maybe 2 hours-ish. Oh, right! How's that going? 17 is definitely enough. Yeah, last time around 20-ish, correct. Because I also opened the form during the stream. That's why. Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's just get over these 17 stories first. Yeah, okay. This is a long one, so grab your drinks, grab your snacks. We're moving on with the third story. How's everyone? I'm doing great. I'm doing great actually today. I'm also using Wi-Fi, if you did not know that. I've told everyone in the chat. Tapi ini adalah berita yang sangat besar ya guys untuk seorang Gigi gitu ya. Jadi gue harus ngasih tahu semua orang kalau misalnya gue udah punya Wi-Fi sekarang. Moving is so stressful. It is definitely physically straining as well. No, I think 2.5 hours probably. Wi-Fi, I know. We'll see though. We'll see if it's good or not. For stream, still feeling drowsy. Oh dear, a celebration is necessary. It is. Let's celebrate by reading Aang stories. Oh man, I love hearing other stories regardless, so this is the perfect way for me to celebrate that. Taking a shot for each time she mentioned. Yes, you should, because I'm gonna mention it at least like 100 times. Okay, let's move on with the third story, guys. I'm gonna scan the story in case I'm mentioning their name. I don't think so. Okay, because I wrote that it will be anonymous unless they mention. Okay, I hope not. Okay, third story. This is gonna be a long one. I lost one of my friends after we worked together in one of the biggest art market last year. So it started when I asked her if she wanted to sell some merch with me. We're gonna open a booth together and stuff. I gave her a few references for her merch and we also did some collab merch. Woo, that's fun. Long story short, I was planning to sleep over at her place for 2 days, but I didn't. I'll tell you why at the end. I get you in the house, you can have a coffee. Yeah, you guys should grab a drink, honestly. I'm not saying much since I'm playing games. Oh, no worries, you can play our games. Don't worry. You can multitask, whatever you do, guys. You do you. I'll tell you why at the end. So day one, it went pretty well actually. We arranged our booth to look decent. Also, I forgot to mention, there are 12 of us. That's a lot of people. The rest are people I met on Twitter. We shared booth. So anyways, not even half a day, her boyfriend came to our booth, and she ended up clinging around her boyfriend the whole time. Not that I mind, but we're supposed to be working at the time. But I never really say anything about it. Around 2 p.m, she said she wanted to leave because she felt that her merch wasn't selling good. That people's merch were much more interesting than hers. I mean, I get it since it was her first time. I also got insecure too, but I didn't really overthink it. She said she wanted to pack up her stuff and leave, but I said no, and asked her at least leave her merch behind so I can help her sell it. She ended up leaving with her boyfriend and left the merch and texted me that she won't be coming on day 2. Guess what? It sold 30 minutes. after she left. No freaking way. What? I mean, be patient. There are like thousands of people here. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Closing time, because I didn't really know my booth mate, so I had to go home alone. It took 3 hours. Maybe she changed her mind at the time because I told her the merch was selling. So she said she might want to go for day 2. She said we could meet up at the station around 6:30 a.m. and so I did come around that time. But no text from her, no further updates. I hate that. I hate people who bail on me last minute. That is the worst thing you could ever do to someone. Especially if you're there on time. Oh my goodness. Okay. My gosh. Okay. So what I did was spam her phone and ask where she was at. I waited 45 minutes. It was already too late, to be honest. The moment I got a text back, was she getting mad at me for spamming her? I mean, do I not have the rights to ask where her whereabouts when we're supposed to meet at the station like she promised? No, you have every right. You have every right to be angry or upset. That is terrible. I was crying on the train, but I had my makeup on, so I tried not to cry too much. I ignored her text, even when I arrived at the booth. Around 12 p.m. she texted me again and she said she's coming to pick up her stuff. I put her stuff in the thin wall I used yesterday for my lunch. Noodles. I packed everything inside so it would be efficient for her and not taking too much space. But then what did I get for being considerate? I got scolded again for putting her stuff in there because apparently it's dirty. I did wash the thin wall. No way I'd do her dirty like that just because I was mad earlier that morning she didn't show up. I wasn't that petty. I tried to calm myself again for the rest of the day and didn't even check my phone until closing time. I went home by myself again, taking a bath, and answered to all her texts. I ended our friendship because I didn't feel appreciated enough for all my efforts. Good for you. Good for you. That takes a lot of courage too. Also, remember I mentioned I didn't stay at her place for 2 days? It was because I didn't feel comfortable. She has cats. Lots of them. I don't hate cats, but she lets her cats to sleep in the same room we're sleeping and put the litter box in there. Put the litter box in there as well. One of her kittens was sick and it was pooping. Imagine how stinky it was. And the kitten jumped onto my bed. I felt disgusted because it literally just pooped and she didn't clean it yet. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, for sure. It had to be done. That's also what makes me feel even more offended because she said it was nasty that I put her stuff in the thin wall while having a cat poo in the bedroom. I felt so disappointed that she didn't even say thank you. I helped her selling her stuff and packed it up. It feels like none of my efforts were ever worth and it just felt really unappreciated. I ended our friendship that night. I still sent back some of her stuff that she couldn't take that day but never talked to her again. Didn't block her, just removed her contact. The end. Good for you. Good for you. Congratulations. Oh, I can't imagine how upset I would be if I were in your shoes. I mean, it had to be done. Oh, halo Mizumi. Mizumi masih di sini ternyata. Halo. It's honestly a brave thing to do. Yeah. Sometimes it's even harder to actually remove yourself from a friend. You know, because you see them regularly and you don't want to make it awkward for you both and for your other friends too, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's really sad, guys. Losing a friend or having to actually remove yourself from a friend is harder than it looks. So good for you for doing that. You did what you had. My kisah kah? Emang lo ada naruh? Emang lo ada naruh? Adeline, that's so brave. Eh? Oh, it's your story. I didn't read. I skipped the comment. Oh my gosh, that's your story. That is so sad. You're still so nice though. You're still so nice to them. You're returning their stuff and then selling their stuff. I honestly wouldn't. Like, but then said I was more upset. You had every right. Wajar aja kalau lu sedih kalau temen lu kayak gitu, nggak mengapresiasi apa yang udah lu lakuin buat dia gitu kan. Apalah, lu udah bungkus barang-barang sisa dia lah, kok malah dimarahin, udah tempatnya bersih gitu kan. Mizumi. It's more rage than sad. Yeah, that makes total sense. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Okay, let's move on to the fourth story. Fourth story, sorry. Fourth story. Being a dance can really bring misunderstanding. Yeah. I think that's something that you really have to train. You need to learn to read the room sometimes, you know? Because you can't be dance forever. You're gonna lose people around you eventually. As I feel disgusted I had cats. Yes, no. We understand. Like, hygienic wise, it's definitely not ideal. My kisah gue ketika lagi duduk sendirian di pinggir sungai, terus tiba-tiba ada cewek Jepang datang menyapa gue, terus dia langsung pergi tanpa meninggalkan nama. Inilah my kisah. Serius? Ini lo mimpi atau bagaimana? Ini mimpi gak sih lo? Mizumi? Lo setengah tidur ya? Oh, it's been a year. I'm sure it was done for the best, you know. It's good that you did that, honestly. Okay, fourth story. Virtual hugs. Yes, virtual hugs, Adeline. You will find way better friends who will appreciate your efforts. Okay, so don't worry about it. You will meet so many more amazing people. There's so many people out there. Okay, fourth story. I don't really have a friend breakup experience that's notable sharing because we usually just drift apart quietly. So please allow me to share the opposite. Instead of friends to strangers, this is friends to lovers. Okay, flexing. I did not give permission to flex. Mana hak friend ini? Hak peluk. I did not give permission to flex, but you know what? I will let it slide just because you sent your confession. Okay, so after breaking up with my girlfriend of 5 years due to incompatibility, on the verge of marriage, we were supposed to get engaged in August and marry in December. I tried when I'm lucky jealous. I know I did not give permission, but you know what? It's here, so might as well just read it. I tried to expand my social circle, which had understandably shrunk ever since I've started going out with my now ex. Since I wanted to improve my very limited Japanese, I tried finding Japanese friends online. And I matched with a girl who didn't seem to have many similar interests as me from her profile. But since she swiped right on me, first I tried to talk to her to see how it goes. Before I knew it, we were already talking animatedly, laughing here and there, even with a language barrier. I'm fluent in English with limited Japanese and her the opposite. And then long story short, the atmosphere of strangers turned into acquaintances, to friends, to close friends, until she made it obvious that she's willing to be more. So I confessed. I'm balling my fists. Ini gue ninja orang nih. I'm gonna punch my screen. I'm gonna punch the air right now. Punching the air. That was not necessary. That flex was not necessary. We did not need it. But since we've had 3 sad stories so far, is it ever that easy? Nah, this is just like one of hundreds. I'm sorry. Oh, so it's you. Guys, jump on udang rebus, guys. Jump on boiled prawn, guys. You're not funny. You're not funny. You should just stay as udang rebus, you know? You should just stay as udang rebus. Just stay as boiled prawn. What the hell, man? What the hell, man? That's not funny. That's not funny. Get out of here. Okay, I haven't finished, by the way. I haven't finished. My bad. So I confessed, and despite the challenges of LDR, me in Indonesia, her in Japan, we both wanted to try and make the relationship work. And now in October, I will go to Japan to visit her for the first time! Congratulations. You know what? You deserve it. I hope it's gonna be a long-lasting relationship. I hope that you're gonna fly there safely and then you're gonna meet her and you guys are gonna have fun. Okay. See, I'm still being nice. I'm still being nice. Even if I'm petty, right? I'm being nice. Private tutoring. Virtual hug. It's a good story this time. Giovanna, it's a good story this time, so we're good. ChatGPT was my... No freaking way! Oh, hell no. Actually, I can't believe it. I'm pissed off now. You're flying in October. That's this month. Oh my gosh, I just realized. Safe flight. Honestly, just have fun, you know? It's pouring salts to my wounds. Okay. Semoga nanti perjalanannya lancar, bisa ketemu, bisa have fun. Pokoknya ya, semoga langgeng terus ya. Semoga happy. Okay, I hope you guys can be there for each other, you know, love each other. Okay? Oh, I'm really happy for you, honestly. That's good. Can I come with you? Oh, third wheel. Adeline. Stop, Adeline. Let's not do that to ourselves. Okay. Let's stick to our 2D men. Okay? Because I need a friend. Makasih. Kok lu bilang makasih? Mizumi. Thanks, Gigi. You're welcome. You can take beautiful pictures. Seriously. Yeah, no. Let me try. So funny. It's okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. Nggak apa-apa. Nanti. Enggak sih, gue nggak bisa bilang nanti ada waktunya, cuma it's okay. I'm happy just by listening to all these stories. Okay, good for you, honestly. Congratulations, udang rebus. Congratulations. Okay, 5th story. Are you ready? That's actually a really refreshing stories. You know, we've had really sad stories so far, right? That we needed that. As much as I'm petty and like jealous of it, but you know what? It's necessary. The only fist I have is the fist. Well, brah. Tonjok, Adeline, tonjok. I can hear you singing. Oh no, I was just, you know, I was just so happy for you. Yeah. That's good. That's just good. Okay, next story is the 5th story. It's a bit of a long one, so get yourselves some snacks and some drinks. Pinky promise with all my 4 pinkies. 4 pinkies! Oh man. Okay, 5th story, guys. Selamat malam, Gigi. Hi. First of all, you don't have to pick my story to read because it's too long. No, I'll read it. I'll read everything. I'm totally okay with that. I only submitted because I thought it fit the topic you gave. But if you still want to read it, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. No worries. I love reading stories. Okay, let's start. Okay, I've got 4 besties, and here's a story about one of them. Maybe my story is the weirdest of them all, but I hope you can keep an open mind while reading it, and I hope it's not gross. So the whole thing started like 5 years ago when I met my bestie. I'm working in a legal field, and when she showed up, we clicked like peanut butter and jelly. She's super chill, funny, and goofy. She's been making me laugh since day one. Long story short, we got real comfy as friends, and our bond just got tighter over the years. We traveled together, hit the gym, and kept the good vibes going for a whole year. Good for you. Ini Mizumi masih aja di sini, gue pikir lu udah gak nonton lagi. Oke. Siapapun bisa denger kok, gak apa-apa. After a year of being besties, she finally told me she's got a partner. A butch. What is a butch? A butch? Butch. Oh, a butch. Oh, okay. Eh? A butch? What is that? Oh. Okay. I never heard of that word before. But she kept it under wraps because things were a bit bumpy, or maybe she was just shy about it. In my Gigi stream. Hey, I read about everything, okay? Where was I? She was just shy about it, but I'm cool with anything, no judgment here. She's always been with her partner for almost 8 years. Holy crap, 8 years? Whoa. You need an explanation? Oh, okay, so I actually looked it up on Google. It says having an appearance or other qualities of a type traditionally seen as masculine. And there's a noun. A lesbian whose appearance and behavior are seen as traditionally masculine. So that's what it refers to. Doomed, you read without doomed. Surprise, Yudi. Yeah! I wasn't expecting this. You don't understand it yet? You mean like the butch? Or like the story? Or... Okay, so this person has a bestie, right? And after a year, the bestie told them, like, hey, I actually have a partner. Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. It's a new word, definitely. Okay. She's been with her partner for almost 8 years, but a lot of stuff went down. Her partner doesn't treat her right, always arguing and putting herself first, which totally sucks. But she kept pushing through because they've been together forever. She wasn't happy, but once she got to know me, she felt way happier. I was totally shocked and said, "You're gorgeous. Why do you pick..." Oh, okay. But yeah, whatever. But she never pulled a fast one on her partner. She was 100% real and told her she had a new bestie who's super chill. AKA me. She finally introduced me to her partner, and guess what? The partner was salty about us being besties. I guess because I rock the boyish look? Oh dear. I'm all about shorts, joggers, tees, hoodies, you know, and my hair is kinda short, but not that short. And so what? That's just me. I'm just being me. Haha. I always got her back, no matter what. Good times, bad times, money issues, you name it. Even if I can't help out, at least I'll be there for her. But her partner's always hating on me because she thinks I'm more of a snack than she is. She's always telling my bestie that. I'm like, what the heck? Whatever, I'm just basic anjir. I used to help my sister run her shop, and my bestie popped in to help out too. Then her partner showed up, and that was the first time she saw me. She didn't say a word and didn't even come over, just chatted with my bestie. But she kept sneaking peeks at me. I was just chillin', I'm not even scared of her. She dropped by to see what we were up to. The vibe was super weird, I swear. I didn't know how to react, especially since her partner was my own bestie. That is awkward. that is awkward, especially if you try to greet them and it didn't work out, you know. Now that we're hitting year 3, things got a bit rocky because life got hectic for me. I always fly back to my hometown to see my dad and barely hanging with her, so we were always beefing over even the tiniest stuff. Last I heard, she's back in her relationship. Her partner has changed all her bad attitude and treats her well. That's what I was hoping for. It's obvious her partner isn't feeling me, so I don't want her to have issues down the line just because we're friends. I've been keeping my distance a bit, but I'm not sure if she even noticed. We're just besties, nothing more than that. At least for me. She still texts me, but she gets mad super quick. Like, if I'm busy, can't hang, she'll be just sulking around me. Sometimes I don't get her either. Why is she always being so clingy? Is there something off with me, or what? See, the thing is, the closer you are with someone, the easier it is to get upset or irritated at them. Because you care a lot about the person, you know? Wait, am I lagging? Oh no. It's my fault. Am I lagging? My stream is lagging. Am I lagging, guys? Am I lagging? Oh, I'm good? Okay, it's my phone then. Oh dear, that worried me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the thing is, the closer you are with someone, the easier it is to get upset. Because you care for them, number 1. You care more about them, and number 2 is probably because you feel comfortable enough to be able to show emotions other than positive ones, you know? You feel comfortable to show that you're upset at them. So I think that's why. It's one of the reasons why. In year 4, our friendship kind of fell apart, and it seriously bummed me out because we weren't close like before. I had no clue why she flipped the script on me, even deleted our travel pics. At this point, we're still texting on WhatsApp, but it feels kind of blah, like I'm just another face in the crowd. She still shares her daily stuff, but it feels like she's holding back, making our convos feel disconnected. It can be that. I think there's a borderline, definitely. It depends on the person. Whenever I responded to her text, she always hit. I'm sorry guys, I'm struggling to read. She always hit me with really dry freaking replies. I'm just wondering what the heck happened to us. She's truly a great friend though, and I didn't know what I did wrong. We have been besties for 5 years. She always makes time for me and really listens. We had good times and bad times together, but now she has changed, and I don't know why. Year 5. We're still not talking even now, but she still always hits me up on WhatsApp for occasions like Eid or my birthday, New Year. Every wish from her always ends with words that spark arguments, but then she goes quiet again. Unless I convince her. That's a whole different story. Fetch the dinner real quick. Oh yeah, don't worry. I mean, yeah, go ahead, get your dinner. And I didn't want to ask anything else other than saying thank you, because if I try to open up, she'll get upset and bring up old stuff. And this just makes things more complicated. Does it really need to be this complicated? What are we? Just friends, right? Why do you act like we're in a relationship? If I liked you, I would have taken you from her a while back, duh. Why? Just because you see me dressed like this, does that mean I have to like you? Well, it depends if I'm interested. Haha, JK. I don't even feel like asking more because the way she's treating me, it hurts too much. I'm always the one starting things, and always the one who gives in. No matter what, I'm always the one who has to yield. And I'm so done with it. I'm tired after 5 years of the same thing. You want to keep being friend, but at the same time you're putting up these huge walls. What do you want me to do? Just stick with your partner and leave me alone. Why are you still reaching out to me? Even my other 3 besties never give me this kind of emotional drama. I'm not angry, but I just don't have the energy to think about it anymore. Yeah, it still sucks because we used to be close. But it is what it is. I can't read her mind. I still have other besties who are really nice people I never judge, even though we're all different. Some are outspoken, some are like mom, some just love to eat. Why is she like that? You know why? The end. I just want to say, if you're really reading my story, thanks a ton, because it's super long and it's really dull and not fun to read. But that's all I've got. I'm so sorry, Gigi. I don't know how to make it shorter. I'm not sure how to tell stories to write this way. This is just how I usually do it, and I appreciate taking the time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sending. Thank you. No, I mean, thanks for writing all of that. And it can get confusing, but I think, you know, there can't be only one reason why someone drift apart. There could be many factors. But from what I've experienced, I've experienced something like this, similar. Like, we've been close for years and then suddenly they drift apart. Sometimes it just happens like that. Sometimes when they reach out to you, they're too scared to let go, right? Because having you feels like they have a backup. Kind of. Like, even if they act a different way, they feel like they have you to come back to. Maybe that's why she keeps reaching out to you. And other than that, it's possible that maybe they find you friends, or you guys just aren't that compatible anymore as time passes, and it really happens. You know, unfortunately, the length of your friendship doesn't always tell you that, oh, there's no way you guys will drift apart. No. Unfortunately, you never know what will happen in the future. And I guess you can always tell early on. Maybe there's a bit of a signs here and there, but you just never realize. And I feel like if they were your true friend, if they really wanted to be friends with you, they would sit down and talk about the uncomfortable stuff that you guys are going through. Like, you would tell her how you feel, and then she would tell you how she feels, and then you guys would sit down and talk through that uncomfortable topic, through that uncomfortable conversation. Because it's necessary. You have to go through it. You can't just ignore and expect that things will go back to normal. Because that happened to me and my best friend. We literally had a moment where we did not talk. Because she said something that really hurt my feelings, and when I tried to reach out, she didn't. But in the midst of that, and the time that we were apart, you know, I know that she's going through a lot, and she's not doing good emotionally. So I kept praying for her, and after that, I think she reached out to me, and I told her, you really hurt my feelings when you said this. And then she actually came over and we talked about it. And she listened through that uncomfortable conversation. And she admitted it was her fault. You know, some people aren't emotionally capable of maintaining friendships. They're just really bad, even if they didn't mean it. You know, it's more complicated, so much issues. Yeah, definitely. It did be like this game, but I hate deep. Oh, Swanlin. Oh, thank you. People won't know. Yes, the friendship. I mean, right, I can't talk shit. And that it sucks when it's part of last week. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Again, you really have to communicate. You know, as uncomfortable as it is, you have to tell someone when you're not feeling it, or when something's making you uncomfortable, because you can't expect people to understand that. You can't expect people to understand you unless you tell them. Unfortunately, you know. So I hope that you will find the courage to do that. And I know it's gonna be really uncomfortable. How's it going? It's going good. How are you? Xuanlin, is that how I say your name? I also lost one of my besties, but we somehow something in a random cafe. I think people heard us opening up. I'll get embarrassed after that. I don't have to be embarrassed, you know. Things happen at the most unexpected places. They tell me others. Oh, you should get out of that circle, Jared. I've been there. And if they can't respect you, or if they can't listen to you, it's really time for you to walk away. No friendship is ever worth that negative feeling. And again, communication isn't always enough because you need them to listen to. It's not enough if you communicate your feelings to them, but they're unwilling to listen, then that's a different story. Right? They have to be able to listen, because I've met many people in the past where I would tell them what upset me and they wouldn't listen. They would just argue. And I end up just distancing myself, and my life's been so much better. You know? Friendships and people are very complicated. And the least you can do is try to communicate to the person whenever they do something wrong or when something isn't right and you need them to know. You have to tell them. Sometimes they just genuinely don't know. You can't expect people to be perfect off the bat, you know? So it is necessary to communicate. And I believe in giving people second chances in terms of like, if they're sorry, it's my internet, if they did a mistake, something that is forgivable, right? If it's not forgivable, then don't forgive them, obviously. But over small things that maybe upsets you, oh my goodness, I can't even read my comment, was lack of communication because she didn't want to communicate with me. And this, yes, communication is always important, especially over misunderstanding, over uncomfortable situation. It's really important. Noise communication, yes. I have to be away from my girlfriend too because she's turning like, you have to tell your girlfriend whatever she's doing is upsetting you. And if she's unwilling to listen, then I know it's not easy, right? It's not easy asking someone to change. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I hope you know what to do if she's not taking your side. Because what are you staying there for? If they're not treating you well, why are you in that circle? That's not what friends are for. Friends are there to support you, you know? Yeah, you have no point in being there. That's all the advice I'm gonna give you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I hope you take time to reflect and think, do you love yourself enough to lose these people? And I think you really have to choose yourself. Darn, she doesn't get it. Jokes that offends me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jared. I really don't want to say the breakup word because, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's your relationship, right? Maybe I don't know the extent of the story, but you really have to make your own decision, and you have to have the courage to choose. What's up with all these non-single people? Let's escape. I'm at the verge of it, but I want to keep going. Why though? Because you're attached to her? Well, you have to be brave to choose yourself, Jared. You're not going to be happy. I mean, sure, if, you know, you guys grow apart, you're gonna be really sad, you're gonna be upset, and it's gonna be miserable. But after that, you're gonna heal and recover, and you're gonna meet so many more people. It's like you're shutting down a chance to meet better people. Yeah. I don't think it's ever a joke if you start to hurt someone's feelings. Like, if I ever joke about something and if my friend tells me that I offended them, I would just stop on the spot. Like, off the bat. First time they tell me, I would stop. And if they can't do that, why would I be friends with them? I have no reason to be friends with them. Sure, I might be sad that I lose them, but do I love them more than I love myself and my peace? No. What? And obviously things like that don't just happen naturally. You have to get used to losing people. Yeah. Right now I have to stand. See, the thing is, you're holding on to this hope that she will change. You're holding on to a changed version of her. You're holding on to this hope that she will change. You're just imagining a better version of her, but what about the version of her now? What about now? Like, ask yourself, are you willing to stay with the person that she is now? There's no use imagining what she will be like in the future, or if she will change or not. If she's not willing to change that for the past 9 months you've been communicating to her, I feel like that's a giveaway. Like, what more are you waiting for? But again, it's your relationship. I really don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell people to break up, right? This time, yeah. Seriously, Jared. I'm sorry, that's the extent I can tell you. The rest you really have to think yourself, because oh man, like, you really have to love yourself a lot to be able to let people go, and if you don't love yourself, it's gonna be such a toxic relationship. Yes, you're the only person that knows best. Because you will eventually come to a breaking point where you feel like it's best to let it go. And once that time comes, you know what to do. Right now, maybe you're just not feeling it yet. Maybe you don't feel hurt yet. But one day when you do, I hope you know what to do. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be conflicted. It's okay to cry, Jared. It's normal. Maybe you just need more time to think about it and reflect on what she's done to you. My best advice is to just write down her plus and her minuses. Whatever she did that upset you, write it down and compare. Did she do more good things than bad? And hold on to that. If there are more positive things than bad, then you can think about it. But if there are more negative things than bad, then I think you should rethink. I think it's the easiest way to... what do you call it? It's the easiest way to convince yourself that, oh, this person did this and this person did this. Because sometimes you just forget about everything. When you like someone, when you love someone. Oh, it's okay. I said bad words, but virtual hugs. Yes, virtual hugs, Jared. I'm wishing you all the best. I hope that you will see a brighter light. You will find that light, whatever you need to do. It's okay. Take your time. Alright, in the meantime, let's move on to the 6 stories, guys. It's up to you to decide whether or not. Yes. I mean, whatever you decide, you're the one who's gonna go through it, right? And then you'll know which one is right, which one is not. And again, there's no right or wrong. You know? You have to decide either way. 11 more to go, yes. Let's move on, guys. Next story. Alright, I'm not someone who has a lot of friends, so the ones I do are very important to me. You're welcome. But unfortunately, most do end. My friendships tend to end in a slow burn. They fade over time. They're never instant. It's almost like, which do you prefer? A quick death or a slow and painful one? And when you've known those friends for a long time, it's that much more painful to see them go. But I digress. Point being, this isn't instant, or losing this friend hurt me in a way I didn't think I could be hurt. Back in 2018, back when Discord was still relatively new, I primarily used it for getting in touch with my clients. But I started to make connections along the way. One of which was a very talented girl who I had privilege of working alongside with. This girl was a jack of all trades. You name it, she could do it. voice acting, singing, audio engineering, editing, artwork, music, etc. And we got along pretty well. Group chats, playing games, practicing VA stuff, reading webtoons, fan dubbing. She was arguably one of my first genuine friends I've made in general. For the first time, I legitimately liked being around someone. But then after a year passed, I started to feel something I never had before. Cheesy, I know it, but it was real all the same. I liked her, as in romantically, but I just figured it was nothing worth but I figured it was not worth bringing up, and it could have been just a simple crush, so I ignored it, thinking to myself, this is just a phase, these feelings will pass. But then, another year passed, and my feelings got even bigger. Then another year passed, then another, then another. And after 5 years of having these feelings... Oh my gosh, Neo, I need to ask you a question. Neo, are you still here? Neo, can you clarify? Sorry guys, I have to pause. Neo, can you clarify of your story? Did you lose a friend as in they passed away? Or like they left, they walked away? Like, I need you to clarify, Neo. Thank you so much for the $5. Sorry, I wasn't even reading, I really wanted to ask. And have your tissues. I do have my tissues. Neo, you have to clarify, please. Did you lose a friend as in like they walk away? Or did they pass away? Respectfully asking. I really need the clarification. I really need the clarification. I'm sorry, I have to put a pause on this story, guys. But I mean, mid-reading this story, 5 years of liking someone and not confessing to them, that's gotta be really hard. I'm impressed. Neo's already gone. No, I think Neo left. Oh my gosh, Neo, I swear, I will ask you again, okay? This will not leave my mind until I find the answer. Okay, let's continue with the story anyway, guys. Neo, move the glass in your ear. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Neo. Thank you. Hope you're gonna have a good day at work. Okay, let's continue. After 5 years of having these feelings, I knew it wasn't gonna go away. What if it never goes away? I thought. To be honest, in my mind, rejection wasn't my biggest concern. While I was afraid of rejection, I was terrified of losing a close friend. But I had no choice. My feelings were like a little cut on your finger. At first, it doesn't hurt as much, but untreated after a while, it becomes more painful to getting a full-blown infection. There's only so much pain one can endure before they can't take it anymore. And I couldn't. Neo, come back. Blink twice if Gigi is threatening. Blink twice, Neo. You better blink twice. Oh hi, waiting for your story. Okay, we're only on 6th story. Okay, we need to move on faster. Okay, 1 year back. Dead to me, but no, they're not dead. Oh, thank Lord. I thought they passed away and I was like, wow, off the bat, someone's already passing away. I did think about submitting one that it resulted. Oh, you're right. Thanks for not writing that, because that would just break my heart. Maybe that's for the next stream. I think grief is definitely something that's so hard to get through, and I don't know, I'm still thinking of whether it's respectful enough to not do that or to do that just to let people let out their grief or feelings. But yeah, we'll talk about that later. Okay. Back in the late 2023, I sent her a gift box with a little convention knickknacks here and there from some of her favorite animes or shows and stuff in general. It was one of our little traditions we did for each other every year on our birthdays. But this time, I sent something alongside it. Attached to the birthday card was a USB thumb drive, and on it was my confession. Sorry, I made it sound like they passed in my defense. I submitted during my lunch break. No, it's okay. It's good that you clarified. And on it was my confession. The card read, "Happy birthday. do not play until after your birthday. Because I figured if this goes bad and she never wants to talk to me again, I would at the very least get one more day. One more birthday with her. Aww. That is sad. 3 days passed, and I finally got a message from her. But this was a recorded message, similar to mine. And after about 14 minutes in, I got my answer. Needless to say, it was no. Not gonna lie, it hurt, but I was expecting that. In her message, she also said that I was one of her closest friends, and that hopefully we could still be friends. And after hearing that part, made me a bit relieved. So after that, I called her up and we talked things out. And I asked if we were still cool, and she said yes. So even though I was hurting from the rejection, part of me was relieved that I didn't ruin anything. Or so I thought. Where are you all sending these stories? Oh, there's a link. It's closed now though. After our chat about a month later, I know. Love you and enjoy them. Oh, thank you, Nia. You have a good day at work. Oh my gosh, udang rebus. Ya ampun, udang rebus. Makasih udang rebus. But prawn, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my god, I know way. Makasih banyak ya ampun. Thank you for the 20 gifts. Spoiled prawn. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Or so I thought. After our chat about a month later, I noticed that I didn't really hear much from her. It had been several months since we had been in a project together. No gaming sessions. Don't boost nicknames. I mean, I'm just translating, you know. I'm just translating. It's there. It's there. No gaming sessions or VA practice or anything. Not even a small hey, how's it going? As she normally did, but then my birthday came around. And keep in mind, we had our own tradition every year of doing something for each other. But this year, nothing. Not a word. I could see she was still active, but still nothing. And keep in mind, 1 year I got a drawing from her, and the previous year she had sent me a $150 Amazon gift card. But now nothing. Not even a happy birthday. I thought maybe she thinks I don't want to talk to her, but that wasn't the case. It's raining membership. Sparked up something, prawn. So when her birthday came a few months later, I did the usual and even got a few more things I knew she would like to show that there were no hard feelings. And after almost a whole year of not hearing back, I wished her a happy birthday per usual. But when I heard back, the message was short and nothing else. Just thank you very much. And that was it. It gave off the vibe of being polite, but not wanting to stay longer than she had to. After that, I tried to message her the usual stuff. When holidays came, like the New Year's or Easter or anything, just something to spark up a conversation, I got nothing. So eventually I stopped trying. And the thing is, she didn't block me on any social media, and I can still DM her, but even though I would still like to talk to her, I also wanted her to talk to me. And it wasn't like she was inactive. She still posted tweets, updates on work, even fun stuff, but when I tried to talk or reply, still nothing. It's like being ghosted, but being too polite to block me. But at this point, she might as well have, because as far as I could see, I was the only one who wanted to talk. The only one who wanted to still be friends, even though she said she wanted that too. But what's the point of trying to hold a friendship together if you're the only one doing so? It felt like not only were my feelings one-sided, but our friendship was too. It has been 2 years since my confession, and I haven't heard her voice since. And I can't help but feel like if I hadn't said anything at all, we would still be talking. We'd still be playing together. And it just makes me regret ever telling her. But what's done is done. And because I couldn't keep my damn mouth shut, I lost one of my closest friends I had. And the thing is, I can't blame her. She's not a bad person because of this. If she doesn't want to talk to me again, she has the right. But I can't help feeling like she lied. She said it was okay, but it's clearly not. It's ironic. You think that being rude or disrespectful or just being a jerk would be thing that pushed people away, but it turns out caring about someone, loving them, is an even bigger deterrent. The more you care, the more it hurts. Which is why, if I ever catch feelings for someone again, I will never tell them. It's not worth the risk, because telling them is how I feel didn't make me feel better. I just replaced one of the kind of pain for something even worse. Wow. To laughing from one of the frequent notice. I had to keep going. See, the thing is, you can't really blame yourself for confessing because it had been 5 years since you liked her, and I think it's impressive enough that you could even hold back from confessing. I feel like even if you didn't tell her, I completely understand that feeling of, you know, wanting to be friends with someone for a long time because you don't want to break anything. You don't want to break the friendship because you're so scared of losing that person, right? Which is fair. I would be feeling the same way. And I can't really say, oh, you can't regret, because regret always comes along after. You know, regrets is a part of life. Humans, all humans can do is regret. Because we don't know what decision is right or wrong. We just have to choose, right? So you can't really blame yourself for confessing after 5 whole years of liking that person. And if they ever ghost you like that, then you should just remove them. Easier said than done, obviously, but you know, maybe she's really not the type of person who can be honest with her feelings because she doesn't want to make you feel bad. But I'm not saying what she's doing is nice, but then again, it's kind of huge giveaway. It's just given that if you confess, you will lose the friend you have, but you can't really blame yourself. You must have thought a lot about whether to tell her or not, you know? And I know that confessions are one of the reasons why friendships end. And I understand both sides, from the person receiving the confession or from the person confessing. And I can't blame either side because I don't know. I feel like you have right to tell what you feel as long as it's done respectfully. And if the other person does not receive it well, then so be it. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye, Ishwar. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. You have a good day at work, Ishwar. So yeah, I'm sure you had your reasons as to why you confessed. I hope that doesn't stop you from confessing your feelings. And I know it's easier said than done, like, oh, this isn't gonna happen again. It will, it might. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I hope this doesn't stop you from loving someone, because, you know, it's such a nice feeling to love someone, right? Even if it's platonic, romantic, whatever it is. It's really nice to be able to express that feeling to someone without it being weird. It can happen. Like me and my other close friends, me and my best friend. Even an opposite gender or whatever gender you're attracted to, it doesn't matter. You know, it always depends on the person. You can still find good friends out there that will stay even after you tell them your affection. So I hope this doesn't stop you from finding like love or friends, whatever it is. Yeah. Like in the movies and fiction? What do you mean? Yeah. I mean, it's definitely out of your control. You can't control how people react, you know? Platonic friends are hit or miss, but at the same time, it is a hit or miss. And that's how you make more friends. You have to go through all the bad ones first before finding the good ones. You can't just expect that you will find a good friend off the bat. That doesn't work like that. You have to lose at least like, I don't know, 10, 20 friends in order to find a good one. And it's a redundant feeling. Nobody wants to go through sadness, right? Of losing a friend, but it's part of the process. You know? You have to go through something bad in order to appreciate the good ones. So yeah. You have to learn to accept the sadness that comes along with losing a friend, because it's normal. It's normal. And I was like that too, you know, when I was younger. I was always sad, and it broke me to lose my close friends. But then along the way, as I grow up, I'm thankful of losing those people, because if I didn't lose them, I wouldn't meet the people that I met today. And I'm not too scared now of choosing myself and losing friends for the peace that I have right now. Because I've had the good things. You know, I've felt what it's like to be with genuine friends. So if I start getting any disrespectful treatment, I'm glad they're gone. Yeah. Okay. Ready to move on to the 7th story. I can't believe we're still at 7th story. My goodness, this is crazy. Okay. There was a friend I had in high school that I grew really close to. We did a lot of things together, and they were one of the closest people I had. We were texting one day. Somehow we ended up on a sensitive topic, and they ended up sharing something really personal. I had never had someone open up to me in that way before, and I didn't really know how to respond. I spent like 20 minutes trying to craft the best text I could and sent it. Looking back on it, I didn't realize at the time, but it was just about the worst thing I could have said in the moment. I came off as super judgmental and preachy, and I was super shocked when I texted them the next day, and they were really upset. After that, we stopped talking to each other for a bit, and after a few attempts of me to try and explain what I meant, we just cut it off entirely. The day we stopped talking was the last time I can remember in my life breaking down and crying. For years, I felt horrible for what I sent and for hurting them, even if I didn't intend to. Looking back on the whole friendship, it was actually good it ended, as there were other things that were going on that I wasn't aware of that made the relationship unhealthy. But it really hurt to end the way it did. Since then, I've taken the experience to make sure I'm much more careful with my words. I've also learned that there are times it is better to just sit with someone rather than to always having something to say. I hope that wherever they are, that my former friend is doing well and has been able to move on from what was said that day. Oh dear, I see. It is good that you know to be careful with your words. I think it's also necessary at times, you know? And maybe it was for the best that you guys drifted apart as well. It's been the years, I can relate to this one. Yeah, no, I'm sorry you went through that, but they probably had their reasons too. I mean, as you said, they're going through something. Sometimes you don't always understand what someone is going through. You know, so if they leave, then it's best to just let them go. As sad as it is. Unfortunately. But you know, losing friends is definitely a part of growing up. Oh wait, my mom. Okay, sorry, that was my mom. Losing friends is definitely a part of growing older. You will lose so many friends. But once you find the right ones, it's easier to let the other ones go. We'll just get dinner. Yeah, sure. Get your dinner. Okay, moving on to the 8th story. Okay, this is in Indonesian, so I'm gonna translate this. Should I translate this per sentences? Okay, maybe not. They don't put any period. There's no period. Oh no, this is like one sentence story. Okay, I'm gonna try to translate this. We met in middle school. My friend was a really quiet person, and I asked her to be my friend. How do I translate this? Her character is a little chaotic. In the back, she likes to talk horribly about someone's hobby, be it something that's trendy or etc. And she always thinks that she's different because do you guys know FOMO? Fear of missing out? Okay, so apparently this person always thinks they're different because they don't ever do FOMO. You know, they never join the trends or anything viral. And that's one of the reasons why she doesn't really have friends. Oh, sorry, I said she. I don't even know the person's gender. That's one of the reasons why they don't have friends. But I kept on trying to be friends with her until high school. Did I say her again? I'm sorry. I kept on trying to be friends with them until high school, in 2nd grade. And because I got sick of her character, I started drifting away and never interacted with her at school or outside. And now we're strangers. To this day, she's always alone. Wow. Wow, how do I react to that? I guess it just tells you why some people are alone. Yeah. I have no comment on that because that just really happens when you try to be friends with someone, then you find out the reason why people aren't friends with them. Yeah, that happens, you know, that definitely happens. The other end, well, either they're dense, right? Either they're dense or they just don't care. And, well, it's... What do you do in that situation? Nothing. If they're dense enough not to notice, then it's on them. Okay, moving on to the 9th story. Oh, I haven't changed the... To the 9th story. I feel that I was thought by then you have to stick with the trendy ones. No, you don't. Some people just suck, but they need to find light. Yeah, go ahead, guys. Go grab your food. Go ahead. Okay, moving on to the 9th story. Hi, Gigi. Thank you so much for making this. It really means a lot to me. I've always been too scared to tell anyone, and this is actually the first time I've shared it. I'm really thankful. This is anonymous. Hehe. For the context, I'm a girl, okay? Okay, I'll keep in mind. So, I've honestly never told anyone this before because I've always carried this weird guilt about it. And also, thanks for telling me. I forgot to say. Back in high school, I had this really close friend. She was popular, had tons of friends outside of our class. While me, I mostly just stuck with my classmates. And they always trusted me, which I was really grateful for. Anyway, one day I found this sketchbook under my desk filled with drawings and chocolate. They were beautiful. Birds in cages, my name written in these pretty ways, like someone really put the effort into it, and kinda huge chocolate. Later, this guy admitted in front of the door class that the sketchbook was from him. Here's the thing, that guy was her crush. At first, I didn't even realize. I barely knew him apart from his name. But then during lunch, I was just sitting there eating with her when suddenly she looked at me with this cold tone and said straight up, "That drawing, it's from him, isn't it?" I froze. I didn't even know what to say. And then she got so mad at me. "I always tell you everything, every single thing about him, so why is it you that he likes instead of me? You're lucky you're pretty, otherwise I would have beaten you up." Oh. Oh, huh? What? "You're lucky you're pretty, otherwise I would have beaten you up." What does that mean? I'm repeating it for people who just came back, okay? That is crazy. That is... What does... Wait, what? Oh my god, this is terrible. Oh no, this is terrible. I can still remember how heavy that moment felt. Holy, I was ready to throw hands. No, I mean, it's out of this person's control, you know? Okay, so long story short, this anon person, A, has a friend called B, right? So, she had really close friend. A had a really close friend, which is B, and then A found a sketchbook under her desk, found out that it was a guy friend that put it under her desk. Like, there was this sketch, like a really pretty drawing and some pretty writing. But then the guy was B's crush. B, her friend's crush. And so B said, "You're lucky you're pretty, otherwise I would have beaten you up. Why is it you that he liked instead of me?" Oh my gosh. I can still remember how heavy that moment felt like I was being blamed for something I never did. And the sad part is, it wasn't the first time. Stuff like this actually happened back in elementary school, middle school, and then again in high school. Different people, same story. Guys she liked somehow ended up liking me. I never entertained them, never gave them anything back, but it always put me in the worst position. Even though some people from outside class looking at me like I'm so evil and always looks at me sharply in the end, my classmates still believed me. And I felt relieved I wasn't branded as some boy stealer. Because actually I'm not. You're not. But the prize was losing my best friend. She never looked at me the same way again. By the time I got into college, I kind of pulled back from people a little. Not in a dramatic way, lol, but yeah, I was still a bit traumatized. Afraid of repeating the same story, of being hated for something I didn't even want. If someone asks, "Can you two make up?" It's hard. She's not the type you can easily talk things out with. And I know now that back then I couldn't pull her back into our friendship. I was too scared. I really regret it. So yeah, and I'm sorry I gave up on you. I didn't just lose her, I kind of lost a part of myself too. I'm so sorry if this is too long for you, Gigi. Peace. No, it wasn't for too long. It wasn't too long. That is out of your control. What do you even do? What are you supposed to do? You can't do anything. You're just so pretty, I guess, and so charming. Well, I think I know why he didn't like you. Oh dear. That is really hard. How do you even deal with that? That is out of your control. See, what do you do with that if you have a close friend? Okay, let's try to put ourselves in the friend's shoes, right? For example, if I like a guy, right? If I like a guy and this guy ends up liking my best friend, and my best friend didn't even mean to do that, I wouldn't be upset at her. Sure, I would feel a little jealous, right? I wouldn't be upset at her though, cause like, why? She's not trying, and if he really likes her, then, you know, go ahead. I don't know, like, that is, I don't know, that's kind of, I guess it depends, person per person. Maybe something isn't right. Well, we don't know. We don't know, right? But I don't know, I feel like, I mean, upset and being jealous is definitely a normal reaction to that, right? Because you like someone, obviously, and when you're someone like someone else, you're gonna feel jealous. But I will never go as far as like, oh wow, I really want to punch you right now. Maybe in a joking way. I wouldn't say like, oh, if you weren't so pretty, I would punch you. Huh? Same situations repeating can anger, but yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. My crush liked my best friend even though me and him have been really close. Oh no, oh man, I feel that in my bones, Adeline. I feel that in my bones. I've been really close with a guy for over a year, and he dated a girl he only knew for 2 months. Again, the length of time you spend with someone doesn't guarantee does not guarantee anything. They won't choose you just because you've spent longer time with them. And it took me so long to get over that sadness, okay? I really hate crying over a guy, alright? Over a dude, over a man if they're not 2D. But it was really hard to accept the fact that, hey, the person that I liked a person they barely know. And I've been with them for a year and a half, let's say. Like, wow! That's amazing, you know? But then what can you do other than being happy for them? I was really happy for him. I kept saying, oh my gosh, you deserve it. Like, congratulations. It still freaking hurt. But you know, it's out of your control. You just have to be happy for someone sometimes. You know? Seems like on the person just because you didn't. Yeah, no. Especially if they don't know, like, they didn't mean to. No, it's okay, it's okay. No worries. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that doesn't traumatize you, you know, to make more friends, because I think if you communicate it with a person and if you tell them that, hey, this has been happening to me and I don't want to upset you and such, they might understand, I feel. Obviously, if it happens multiple times, it's understandable that you would feel, you would feel traumatized. So, I hope it won't happen again. Oh man. Okay, 10th story. I know this might sound a little stupid, but yeah, here's the story. Simply put, my circle of friends was like filled with rich family. And I can't say the same for me, just the middle class one. And it was all fine until near graduation. I decided to stop my interactions with them, not showing up on hangouts and more. All of these happened solely because of insecurities and feeling unworthy. It was okay until they now shift to circle with more expensive hobby like motorcycles, which surely I can't afford because I have other things my money goes into. To be honest, I feel bad because they also quite wonder and question my reasons until now, but I just can't keep up with them anymore. I can't relate to their topics anymore, so I leave. Thanks for reading, Gigi. Ooh, this is quite complicated actually. This is quite complicated. Insecurity is a different thing. But I feel like regardless of social class, if you're really close with someone, you will try to make them feel involved. Again, I don't know the full context of the story, but if that was the best way that you can feel less insecure, then, you know, you do you. I think it's a good idea to step back a little, because if it started to make you feel negatively about yourself, you should probably step back a little. Okay, this is a long one, guys. Bear with me. Yo, I have 2 stories. You don't gotta read them both. I'll tell them chronologically. I'll read them, don't worry. For context, all of the kids in my family, all my siblings are adopted, all from different places. And what's more is my family has fostered dozens of kids over the years as well. Sometimes we'd have a kid for a week, sometimes for a few months, sometimes for a couple of years. To be honest, this is me who wrote that. I feel like I can relate. Oh, I see. Well, if you think that was the best decision for you, then it's okay. I'm not sure if you tried to communicate with them, but I think it would be better if you did. But now that it's over, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. It's okay. I hope you can find friends that don't make you feel insecure. And also, if they're really your friends, I think they would try to make you feel involved. Even if you don't have motorcycle, for example, they will try to involve you in the hobby, but if they don't, then it's just better to walk away. That's just how it works. But I'm waiting for a response. Oh, I hope it goes well. That's just how it works, but during those times it was a blast. You just get airdropped new siblings that you can love with all your heart until it's time for them to go. Okay, the last part sounds really sad, and it is, but when we were all younger, things looked a bit brighter in a way. When I was very little, I'd say 2 to 3 years old, basically my earliest memories in life are from this time. My family fostered a little girl that was my age. We'll give her the name Isabella. We did everything together. We took baths together, we played out in the yard, and ate breakfast together, sitting shoulder to shoulder, slept in the same bed, etc. Don't be weird, Chad, we were like 2 or 3 years old. I remember getting into my dad's shaving kit with her and shaving my lip and bleeding Why would you do that? That's a vivid memory for sure. That's an easy way to freak out your parents, by the way, if anyone was wondering. No one is wondering. My parents describe us as a dastardly duo. We were best friends. We were basically brother and sister with how close we were. Aww. It's quite long years. Okay, then there's no use dwelling about it. It's okay. Whatever happened, happened. It's in the past. So when the inevitable happens and she leaves my family's care, I was understandably and utterly devastated. My mom knew how much Isabella meant to me and kept in contact with the family she went to next and set up a play date for us. I would ask if I could see Isabella at the time. This is probably a year later that this play date happens. I'm so excited. We went to a McDonald's. We could have lunch and there was a shaded outdoor playscape with slides and stuff for us to play on. I can see it all so clearly in my head. When Isabella arrives, I am so happy to see her, but she greets me by calling me a different name. Not my name. Nothing even remotely close to my name. And I wanted to say that it stun-locked my kids off. I don't think I could process much of anything after that. The rest of the time at McDonald's, she would just call me this other name. I remember wanting to badly have fun, but I couldn't. I eventually came back down to sit next to my mom and very dejectedly eat my food. The rest of the time, I just watched Isabella climb around and have fun. She didn't remember me, and I couldn't understand why. Because to me, she was my best friend in the whole world. I could never forget that. I still haven't, obviously, and I remember asking my mom afterwards on the way home why she didn't remember me. I don't recall her answer, but I'm not certain she knew why either. That was the last time I ever saw Isabella. I probably never asked my mom again if we could play. That, or she saw how hurt I was and just decided it was better for me not to have to deal with that again. Now, you're probably wondering, like, why not correct Isabella when she got my name wrong? First of all, I'm like 4 years old. Second of all, I'm sure I was just too stun-locked to think that. I know for sure I didn't understand why she would call me a different name when she remembers hers. When I remembered hers. How could she forget? And wouldn't her new foster mom tell her we're gonna go see so-and-so at McDonald's? One thing I can say for certain is that foster care changes people. It's not very often that it changes for the better. It absolutely can grow to become something beautiful in someone's life. My siblings and I can attest to such a thing, but it changes people. The ones doing the caregiving, yes, but more so the foster children. So it's possible Isabella was just as devastated as I was to be separated, and her way of coping was to forget who I was. Pretty traumatic for a 4-year-old to have his best friend not remember him. But like I said, most if not all my earliest memories include Isabella, and they're all except one happy memories. They're precious to me. I wouldn't ever want to forget them. Oh, that is so sad. Oh. I mean, in this context, you can't really say, oh, communication is key, you were just kids, what are you supposed to do? I would be devastated as hell. I would be crying my eyes out, and I would remember that for the rest of my life. I'm so sorry. I would never forget that. But that was me. Man. Okay, story 2. Okay, so this person sent 2 stories as a kid that would strike me in the heart. Seriously, that would leave a scar, like forever, for the rest of my life. I would be freaking sad. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on with the second story. Fast forward, I'm a freshman in high school, age 15. Lucky for you all, we get to skip the awful middle school period where we are all awkward and cringe and trying to find a place to belong. It happened in my town, sometimes I have memories. Yes, exactly. I joined the track and field team for my school. There is a girl on the team, we'll name her Janet. Super nice girl, very outgoing and bubbly personality. Friends with everyone, no one dislikes her. This is all around the time MySpace and Facebook were things that everyone was on. We were friends on there and later would have each other's phone numbers as most of the team would have one another's. But we messaged or texted frequently. Just about every day, even outside of track season. We didn't get a ton of time to interact at school outside of just passing in the hallways on the way to our next classes or obviously track practice when it was in season. I put very little effort into schooling, so I wasn't in any of more difficult courses that she was, but we became very close friends. We would tell each other about our crushes, about the books she was reading, we would share bands or songs we liked with each other, etc. There were even times when things weren't going well at home for her and she would call me late at night crying and I stayed on the phone with her to calm her down. Aw, let me drink some water, guys. We get a no, it's not. It's not a what do you call it? It's not a sequel. It's a different story, but from the same person. Let me drink, guys. Okay. A few years pass, I want to say 3 years, and one day she just stops replying to me, completely out of the blue. At first I'm thinking she's busy, life gets busy, but when I would check in to see how things were later, radio silence. No pickup when I would call. I wasn't a psycho though, I wouldn't spam message or call or anything like that. However, I became very concerned, so I reached out to her sister to make sure everything was okay. She knew Janet and I were really close. I let her sister know what was going on and that I was worried, but her sister let me know Janet was at home with their family at the time. So she would bring it up to Janet for me later that day. I was relieved to hear that she was okay. I also told her sister that if Janet had just moved on to a new chapter in her life, one that didn't include me, that I understand. Oh, okay. I just want to know from Janet herself that I could wish her well as an old friend. But when her sister got back to me the next day, she just said that Janet wasn't responsive to the topic at all. She couldn't get anything from Janet about what was going on, and lastly that she was sorry she couldn't give me anything more than that. So I respected it and thanked her for at least trying. That is the worst ever way to find out. For years I wondered if I had done anything wrong, if somewhere I had offended her or disrespected her, and to be completely honest, I don't see where anything of the sort could have possibly happened. I'm not sure anyone from the old track team is still in contact with her, which is so bizarre because that team was like family. Many of them, me included, are still great friends with one another. Some teammates even got married to each other years later. So the whole thing with Janet is just strange. I don't know what to make of it. Maybe she got a relationship with someone who was very controlling. Maybe she just wanted to cleanse herself of her old life and start fresh on a blank slate. Whatever her reason, it's okay. Was I hurt from all of it? Very much so. But the good times we had far outweigh the bad. If she ever were to reach out, I'd still be her friend like a day hadn't even passed. Maybe that's just me though. Once you've got a friend in me, you'll always have a friend in me. Bearing some absolutely horrific fallout, I suppose, but you get what I mean. All of these things I've come to terms with, and sure it makes me sad to recall it all as I've been typing this, but these happy memories I've attached to Isabella and Janet are precious to me, so I hold on to them. Thanks for letting me share. I hope you all felt something from it. I don't know. It feels weird to say I hope you enjoyed my pain, but yeah. Thank you. Verk. gonna cry. Oh my god, that is sad. You know, being left like that without explanation out of nowhere, especially right after you talk, right? Like, out of nowhere, they just changed and they just don't remember and they just refuse to talk or tell you. That's the worst ever thing to get a closure. How do you move on from that? Like, you don't have reason to walk away. You try to convince yourself that, oh, this person hurt my feelings, but what? You only have good memories of them. Yeah, I know what it feels like to be ghosted, and listening to this and listening how you still worded everything so nicely and say things like that, it's just, it's so sad. I'm so sorry. You know, being ghosted is like the worst possible thing anyone can do. And I've been on that end so many times, you know, and it hurts so much. So I hope that this person is well and that you are able to fill that void in your heart and you're able to meet so many more friends. Okay, moving on to the 12th story. Hi Gigi, it's Shio again. Hopefully this reaches you. Oh, Shio's here. It's your story. It sucks. It sucks in all possible form. It's just, it's such a horrible thing to ever go through. So yeah. Okay, Shio, it's your story this time. My story starts off when I met her. I was like elementary school and we were classmates with each other. Immediately we clicked. Same humor, both of us were top of the class until high school. We shared same interests, everything honestly. I know her for a very long time. Believe it or not, 10 plus years. Half of my lifespan I knew her. As time went by, we got closer and closer and closer and closer. Until my hopeless romanticness snapped in and my mind said, nope, she's not gonna be your friend anymore. You're gonna think of her as potential love interest. That alone ruined our friendship. We were really good friends. I would weird her out sometimes, she would weird me out sometimes too. Possibly the perfect balance you can think of. For the sake of privacy reasons, her name's Allie. It started one random day, possibly during high school, when suddenly I started noticing more things about her. I don't know why I didn't. I just did. She caught on with all the compliments I gave her. I used to do it as a joke, and that just made our friendship crack further. To be honest, I really regret liking her. Had I not liked her, we would still be friends. As a matter of fact, she's the only one who knows more than 3 or 4 of my secrets. I barely tell people. I have no idea what that word is. Forward. I barely tell people SSS stuff. If you have to say it on stream, my bad. I don't even know what that is. I thought it was a 3-word, but it's 4. I have no idea what that is, but okay. We last talked on her birthday. A simple greeting. I know we don't talk anymore and I'm sorry for what I did back then. I was immature and I was pretty stupid. I shouldn't have seen you in that way. Maybe in another life we'd still be friends, but obviously I screwed it up. And not 3 or 4th as in the fraction. 3/4. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you barely tell people SHIT. Okay. Okay, my bad. My bad. I was thinking too far. Okay. It's okay. Don't worry about that. I screwed up an entire friendship just because I liked her. Like I said, I really regret it. Every time I look back at our messages, I want to delete them. It's disgusting how I developed such feelings, and I wish I didn't at all. Now I'm practically in the same situation again, this time a lot more mature. But there is this certain quote-unquote curse I have that whenever I like someone, I somehow find a way to mess it up and make my life a little more miserable than yesterday. Overall, I ended things with Ali pretty peacefully. We don't talk anymore, and I doubt she's my friend anymore either. Even though our friends talk to each other, and those said friends talk to us too. Maybe if I wasn't immature, I'd still be friends with her. That's probably my biggest mistake and regret, if you had to ask me. Thank you, Gigi. Stay safe and love your content. Aww. I'm not gonna blame you for confessing or for liking someone. I think it's just a natural thing, and it's normal that you would have regret because things didn't work out, you know? So I'm not gonna blame you on that. But, you know, I have no other words for this because, like, it's just natural. And I'm sorry if you feel like you can't ever confess to someone ever again. I really don't have words to console, but, like, I hope that trauma won't stop you from making friends. And it's okay, I know what it feels like to mess up every time you like someone. I feel like it's just in human brains to subconsciously act different to someone that you are interested in. It was either like her and make this. I do agree to an extent. I almost got on this. No, I get that, you know, I get that. But then rejection is just a part of the process. I've been rejected before. And obviously this is like one of the most rare cases, but I'm still friends with that person. And it's different, you know, you can't expect to still be friends with that person. Because moving on from someone that is still your friend is really hard. It took me a while, but I don't see him that way anymore, and we're really good friends. And so what I'm saying is that I hope this doesn't stop you from wanting to express your feelings with someone. And if they choose to walk away, then just let them go, because if they stay, you will be hurt either way. So even if there's gonna be some lingering regrets, I mean, regret's always gonna be there. I hope this doesn't stop you from making friends, or I don't know, expressing yourself. I hope that there will be someone that will make you feel safe enough that even if you're rejected, you're able to talk things out with that person, because that's what happened to me and this guy that I confessed in. And yeah, it was chill. So again, I hope you will be able to find that person. What is that? Did you hear that? Wow. Okay, moving on to the next story. Shio, I hope you are not so traumatized that you can't make friends. You deserve to make friends, and you deserve to feel love like everyone else. Okay? Exactly, Jared. Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, 13th story. I, male, lost my best friend, female, because we liked each other. But as our feelings and relationships developed, her parents found out and didn't approve of our relationship because of our differences in background, etc. LDR, different religions, social status. If you know, you know. She's been sent away abroad. Though we contacted sometimes, it has never been the same. Oh my god, this is a thick wall. This is a thick wall. I'm glad it happens. This time, I'm glad it happens. Beda agama. Lu nyari penyakit di beda agama. Different religion is a no-no, guys. Different religion is a no-no. Don't go trying to hurt yourself, to F yourself over. Okay, let's not. Okay, it's good that you guys separated, because different religions. Okay, let's not try to do that to ourselves, because why ada Kyoka. Ala Kyoka, lu nggak ngirim confession ke sini, Kyoka? Don't fall for the trap. Exactly. Different religions. No, I've been there. I've always been there. Okay, and it's not nice. It's not good. Don't. Jangan pernah kalian mau quote unquote ngejalanin aja karena kalian beda agama. Itu tidak boleh, guys. Tidak bisa. Gak bisa. As high as the Great Wall of China. Exactly. It's horrible. That's legit breaking the code. I mean, come on now. We're humans, right? We sin either way. But if you willingly go into that relationship knowing you guys can't be together, what is wrong? Why? You can't. Is it how you run? I think it depends on the religion, but I've seen it work in a lot of cases. No, you're right, but one person has to be willing to convert. No, my confession is for you. If you're Silas, then I'm gonna say yes, but you know, you're gonna have to be at least like Silas or Zayn level, Kyoka. Jadi Anda harus bisa mencapai ke sana. Different religion from me, and she's willing to. Exactly. If they're willing to convert, then it's all good. No, I mean, if they're willing to convert, then go ahead, you know. But if both sides aren't willing, they're like, ayo jalanin dulu, let's just see where it goes. No, there's no way. Get out of here. Get in line, Kyoka. Oh my god. Ngakak gus. Oh my god, that is so funny. It's a very long line. Fall for that 4 times. Oh no, I've fallen for it more. I'm gonna change my name to Silas. No, you can't. Because you can never be him. No, it's okay, Shio. It's okay, fine. Okay. A 14th story, guys. I met this friend, let's call her a recent, oh sorry, I missed that line. A recent friendship breakup. I met this friend, let's call her A, 2 years ago, and we grew pretty much closer. Just the typical, would always check up on each other, visit each other's classroom, midnight calls, movie nights, sharing experiences, and we were both each other's shoulder to lean on. Things were okay. We were growing close and all that until just recently, the beginning of this year. She grew incredibly close with this guy, and she basically started hiding things from me, and I only get to know what's happening with her through someone else. And it felt like I wasn't the best friend, because why am I finding it out from someone else? Yeah, that's weird. Run errands or something. Okay, bye-bye, Shield. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good luck with the errands. Bye-bye. That is weird. Also, she hasn't been messaging a lot, but I didn't really mind that. But it came to a point where I noticed that she's only messaging when the guy's not around or online. Or not online. What? I communicated that to her because I didn't want to act toxic and complain it to someone else rather than being straightforward. At first, it was okay. She apologized, said she would change or correct her ways, and for a month it was okay until it didn't again. This time I didn't try to communicate it and just held on to her words and promises then that I mattered to her and I was important. I didn't really mind if she chooses to spend most of her time with her boyfriend, especially that it's her first. But it started to feel painful when she only talked to me when he's not around, or invite me to go out when he's bailed out on her. No. I'm listening while complete my assignment of making a full hip hop. Oh really? Oh really? Oh man. It's so nice when people leave my stream in the background. It's so cute. Then after 2 months of not talking, we started chatting again, and I found out they broke up mutually, and I didn't overthink it a lot and thought it would be different. But then one day she just disappeared on me again for a week, and through a post I found out that they're back together again. Either they're friends or actually in a relationship again, but I felt really hurt this time. I felt like a placeholder. I felt like a placeholder. Someone she only approaches when it's convenient to her. Someone filling up someone else's space. And so, even when I absolutely didn't want it, even if I wanted to gaslight myself into thinking things can change, even when the memories are holding me back from fully realizing that this was toxic, I had to end the friendship. She messaged back and was begging me not to leave and to stay, but no matter how right her words were, I had to hold myself back and stand for my decision, because honestly, I am also just so tired, and it came to a point where I'm the only one who already pities myself. It's painful. It is. It still is now. It's not the first time I had a friendship breakup like this, but I think why this hurts so much is because of how I was treated as a placeholder. I know it's just the emotions being fresh, but I'm at the point where it's already hard to trust someone or give myself again to another friendship. Nowadays, I'm just so quiet, and it's difficult to open up even if I want to, in fear of that person will leave like the rest, or things won't turn out well. Well, I obviously don't like that thought, but it's hard to adjust again. Someday, I hope I can be back to being me again. Aww. No, I would really hate that feeling too. Like, they can come to you whenever it's convenient for them, but they don't think of your feelings. And begging when you want to leave, well, that's gotta be really hard, but props to you, honestly, for doing that. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad you did it, because there's no reciprocation going on. You know, you're better off without this girl, you know? So yeah, I'm really proud of you for being able to walk away even after they begged you to stay. So thank you. Thank you for walking away from that kind of friendship that wasn't in favor of you or her, honestly, as a matter of fact. But yeah, let's move on to our 15th story. This is gonna be the last 3. Okay, this is a different kind of friendship breakup, a non-mutual, never agreed to happen breakup. Lol. It started 8 years ago. That's when she met the most incredible person she would ever meet in her life. Me. KKK. Before our classes begin, our school usually holds an event where students can tour around the school, join games, visit booths, and just to familiarize themselves with the school and the atmosphere of it. Obviously, for this event, it's a benefit for the old students who have friends to go with, and it can also be disadvantage for the new student. But they're usually guided by a member of the student body who's present. Me and my other friends were waiting by a booth for one of our friends at the time. I was with my 4 guy friends when she, dear future bestie, approached us just to ask where the restroom is. And I guess I understand her, because our school was wide and some buildings are closed, so it's not easy to be walking around and finding a restroom this way sign. Guys being guys, lol. My friends pointed and tried to tell her which directions to go, and mentioning things like, go to building A, which I found stupid. Don't worry, I like my gay friends, because she was obviously new. So I decided to just go with her, and after that I asked what year she's in, and I found out we're in the same year. And we're also in the same class. I asked if she has anyone to go with to tour the school and laughed nervously. And she was born and studied at a different country, so she's not only unfamiliar with the school, but also the city. And after offering to tour her around, that's when our friendship began, and we grew incredibly close. We knew each other by heart, and we were teased, typical, that we act like a married couple at times, because we can argue about the most stupid thing and then be close again after 5 minutes. Nearly the end of 2018 though, she started becoming sick and was in and out of hospital. I spent Christmas with her at the hospital at the time. She was also then diagnosed with a disease I won't mention. 2019, that's when the COVID-19 broke and I couldn't see her for a year. 2020, her family opted to discharge her from the hospital and do a home health care since her mom was a doctor and it was approved thankfully. We started calling after that and I was glad she's doing okay and all that. Wait, where is the paragraph? Oh, here. 2021, finally, I was okay to visit her. So often I would drop by their house to check on her. My mom and her mom were close too, so it was okay for me to sometimes sleep in their home, and her mom was very much welcoming and treated me like her own daughter. It was also this time that she wasn't doing very well. 2022. I think you would expect it by now. The morning of August 13, her mom called, saying that my best friend was asking for me. And at the time, I was so scared hearing that call because it usually meant something bad, right? I came in truly, she wasn't doing very well and wasn't even breathing properly at this point because her inhales were sharp and she would wheeze. I tried to stay strong for her and stayed with her. August 14 around 1 AM, she passed away. August is very much a memorable and bittersweet month for me. August 5, that's when we first met. August 13 is her birthday, and August 14 was the day she became a true angel. And that's how it's a non-mutual breakup, because we both know that we both didn't want it, but its circumstances broke us apart. I don't think anyone can truly replace her after that. Everyone knew she was my other half, and when she left, I felt that she carried half of me. I should have written that this is not friendship breakup in a sense that they're passing away, because I wrote it in Indonesian. I forgot to write it in English. I'm not saying you did wrong. I'm just saying, oh my goodness, that was heavy. And I'm so sorry that you're going through that grief. And there's nothing I can do to comfort you. Like, losing a best friend is painful. And as someone who had also lost her best friend, it still scarred me to this day. And it had been maybe 8 years, 9 years. Far too long. Oh no, it's been more than a decade actually. It was in middle school. So nothing I can say that can make you feel better, but like, you know, it's okay to grieve even after years have passed. It's just given. Like, losing a sister dear to you is incredibly difficult as it is. So I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that. But thank you for telling me and telling the others about this. I was busy for a little bit, gonna have to watch the VOD. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can watch the VOD. The VOD's always gonna be here for you to watch. Oh, that is so sad. Okay. The last 2 stories, guys. Whew, okay. That was heavy. Last 2 stories. Hi Gigi, it's Echelon. Echelon, it's your story. Echelon? You're still here? Thanks for I have read yours actually. Thank you for telling us your story. I've watched it. Okay. Last 2 stories. Hi Gigi, it's Echelon. I want to share a story of me and one of my former best friends. We met at the start of our final year of high school. Oh, sorry. I did not. There was no high in that. There was only school. Final year of school. We had a lot in common. Same interests. Spent tons of time together. both in and outside of school, and had a lot of fun. Some of my guy friends would even tease me. Like, come on, you two should just start dating already. Because they thought a guy and a girl can't just be friends. But honestly, there were never any romantic feelings, let alone sexual ones between us. It was just a really close friendship. After graduation, we went our separate ways, but we stayed in close touch and still hung out really often. It was a really nice long-term friendship, and we both were happy with that. A few years went by, and I started studying in another city, not too far away, easy to reach by train or car. She came to visit me several times. We explored the city. Sorry, I'm mumbling. We explored the city and had a lot of fun, just like back in school. But then one day, out of nowhere, she just stopped answering my messages. At first, I thought, okay, maybe she's just stressed. She had also started studying, so that made sense. But days turned into a week, and then 2. I kept writing her, asking if everything was okay, but nothing. After about 2 weeks, she finally replied, apologized, and said she was super stressed with essays and her part-time work. I didn't think too much of it, told her it's all good and not to worry. We texted a little more again, but she kept taking days to reply. When I asked if she wanted to meet on the weekend, she didn't answer for several days. Then on the Friday, she said she had just seen the message and couldn't make it. I was a bit disappointed, but okay. So I asked her if she's free the next weekend, and she replied really excited, happily saying yes. But when the date came, she canceled in the morning. I was a little annoyed, sure, but people mess up, and hey, nobody's perfect, so I let it go. Still, I couldn't help noticing how different she had become. She was never like that before. I texted her again next week, asking when she would have time, and then nothing. No reply. Days went by, and I realized she was just ghosting me. Honestly, that felt pretty awful. Not knowing why, not knowing if I did something wrong, or if something had happened. I also thought for a while that maybe she just needed some time and was going through a rough phase in her life. Oh my gosh, did I read that again? I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My head was like throbbing a little and I misread, I'm sorry. I was like, why is that repeating? I'm so sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, where was I? I was going through a rough phase in her life, and everyone has those, and I didn't want to pressure her. Okay, I kept sending her little messages like asking how she was doing, what she was up to, and so on, but never got an answer. After many weeks, I wrote her one last longer message, saying that I was sad she didn't reach out or answer anymore, and that I didn't understand what was going on. Asked what was wrong, and all of a sudden, and that if she ever needed anything, she could always come to me. That was 5 years ago. Since then, nothing. I have no idea where she is or what she's doing, how she's doing, or what happened in the first place that caused her to act like that. At first, it was really tough realizing that she just ended a years-long friendship without a word. I kept thinking about what could have gone wrong, if I'd done something to upset her. Sometime later, I found out through another mutual friend that she wasn't in contact with her anymore either. Over the time, I came to terms with it, but it took a while. Even today, I sometimes still feel sad about how things ended, but there's nothing I can change about it, and I have no way to contact her even if I wanted to. And honestly, at this point, I didn't even want to. Maybe one day I'll find out what happened, but honestly, I doubt it. That's the worst. Oh man, ghosting. Why do people ghost other people? Unless they do something bad and you try to tell them it's wrong and then they still do it, then nothing ever validates why you would ever ghost someone. And I relate on so many levels. I'm getting anxious more and more. This is gonna be the last story, but yeah, Echelon, I'm so sorry to hear that. Ghosting is just the worst thing ever. I know what being ghosted feels like, so I always try my best to tell someone whenever I'm leaving or whenever they do something that makes me uncomfortable. Or unless I've tried to communicate and they ignore me, then I would just leave them. But like, it's the worst absolute way to get a closure from someone, but that alone should be enough to tell you how much or how little they care. It was, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. I can't imagine, like, walking away from someone that you used to care so much is really, really hard, and willingly so. So yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're better now. And I hope that you'll never ever get ghosted by a close friend ever again. Ghosting is the absolute worst. I hope they step on a Lego and that they have a flat tire, whoever ghosted other people. Today I think life is somewhat like a train ride. There are stations people get on and sometimes get off. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. It's gonna take a really long time to meet the right people and to meet the friends that are really meant for you, but they're gonna be worth the wait. And I hope that each one of you here are gonna be able to find someone like that in the future if you hadn't. And if you do have people like that, keep them close to you. Always remember, don't do something to someone unless you want it happening to you. Because... What the frick? Oh my gosh, Han. Oh my god, thank you so much, Han. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my god, I see... I see Noma, I see Fish, I see Kyo. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Han. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Aww. Next time you can sum to my bank account, Adeline. Adeline, oh my god. Oh my goodness, even my friends are getting gifted too. Akashi's also getting gifted. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Noma! Hi Noma! Oh my god, you're here. How are you? Ya ampun ternyata. That's so generous, I know. I thought I misread, but it says 50 membership. So I was like, what? Thank you so much, Han. Holy crap, that is crazy. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the last story for the night. No problem. The notif will run. It's okay. We'll just leave the notification. You guys can still hear me over the notification, right? Please come to my stream. Can you guys hear over the notification, or should I just wait until it's done? This is gonna be the last story though, so you can. Okay, that's good. All right, last story, guys. I don't know how to start. Still don't know, but it's the only way so that I can no, it's okay. Don't worry about it, hon. No, thank you. Thank you for donating, if anything. Don't worry. I'm happy. Doesn't matter if there's notification, hundreds of notification. I'm gonna try to lower it down. So, oh, is it your story? Psychotic, is it your story? I'm sorry, I'm starting to stumble over my words. Guys, I'm so sorry. I still don't know, but it's the only way so that I can express how I felt. I have very few friends left to whom I can trust. It would be like 3 or 4 years ago. I met a guy in CLG. What is CLG? CLG? What is CLG? What is college? College! Eh? Is it not CLG? College. Oh, okay. CLG is college. College. I met a guy in college and he seemed quite like me, and at the time, and still, I'm having some sort of mental issues because of my ruined childhood, and that's a different story. Yeah, family issues. So he understood my condition and at first started to support me. Even he knew I like to stay alone, but he showed support to me. We became friends and then started to hang out and even much more. Like, he became a family member to me. I started to discuss even my family issues with him too. Yeah, probably because of my loneliness. It's the first time in my life I've ever seen someone abbreviate college. Me too. College without the vocal letters, yeah. I'll name it Adeline ASMR, and the ASMR I'll do is Bunk the Listener. Okay, focus. Yeah, probably because of my loneliness. Our friendship became more and more stronger, and it took even much more strength. I became talkative as I started to share everything that came into my head and to ask for his opinions. I finally got a feeling that, thank God, now there is someone who can listen to me. Whatever nonsense comes out, he will listen and will understand my all, each and every feeling. I always mentioned him everywhere that I'm so lucky to have him as a brother, a friend, a family member. We started to watch movies to hang out. We didn't have any friend circle because I don't know, when I feel nervous, I DKW. I don't know when I feel nervous when having myself between many people. And after that, we did tours and stayed together for so much time. Like, I literally felt he's me and I'm him, and we are best friends ever, sharing everything and helping each other even in hardest times. It's all I got from him, and in return I gave it to him. We played video games, we studied together, and so yeah, life was pretty much nice for me. I always put him in the first place every time, like in every manner, everything, to escape from loneliness, but last year he changed. I mean, in January, he started to get busy. He still gave me time, but not that much. So I understood he's doing some type of work. So that's why he's busy, but it later turned into a routine that he started to stay busy, like ghosting me. I'm an extreme extra overthinker, and I started to make thousands of scenarios. Did I do something wrong? And then after some time, I reached him out to get answers. But before that, I learned from his Insta ID that he's having new friends now. I mean, it's okay, you should have new friends, but shouldn't ghost anyone. Like, I know I'm not the world's perfect person at all, but still, in a friendship, the close one have their own importance. You can't ghost them, right? So yeah, I said it to him, and it was our first fight. He literally said that, bruh, come out from your isolated mindset, even though I'm not the type of person. I told him that, look, I'm not saying to break friendship with him. I'm just feeling that you might not be giving me enough time as a brother, a friend, a family member. We still fought on it, and after that, days turned weeks and weeks turned months. The condition was that we talked too much, minimum. In June, our friendship ended with a final fight. I asked for his time again, and this time he said, come on dude, don't you have anything else to talk? I'm tired with all this crap, just leave all this, dude. By the way, how can I talk about something else if he's not treating me like before, not talking with me like before, and now he's hanging out with new friends? Yeah, after those words, I lost my mind and we broke. I deleted my Insta, my all other social platforms. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling so much. You missed a lot of stories. You did Brozone. Never mind, not Brozone, I take it back. Wow, what he did was wild. It is. I deleted all of my social platforms, everything, because I was scared of being ghosted again by someone else. I tried my best to cope with all this, and this time those who always cared for me reached me out and helped me going through all this, as I said before. I only had 2 friends left to whom I can trust, and the rest don't matter to me after that incident. It's been a year, Gigi, and yeah, I experienced emotional pain too. Having red eyes was normal those days, but I learned a lesson. Even your closest can ghost you, so give them what they want and never expect anything in return. Trust me, this mindset really helped me so much. But it still haunts me to go through that pain ever again. That's my story, Rahim. Aw, thank you for telling us that. And I'm sorry that you got not ghosted, but you were left behind. It's so unfortunate, and I really don't want to normalize this. But wow. People really come and go as they please, guys. And sometimes people that you consider really close to you, that hurt way too much. That hurt so much. And that made me genuinely sad. People come and go, unfortunately. I'm not trying to normalize getting used to it, but it's something that you will experience a lot growing up. It's just part of it. You can't avoid it. There's no way of avoiding losing people unless you refuse to make friends. Then you won't experience. But if you want to meet good people, you have to meet the bad ones first. It's just like life, you know? You can't just experience the good things, unfortunately. And saying tough it up is definitely not the right way, but sometimes we as humans, we should really get used, or we should try to accept all the pain that comes with trying to find good things. Because it is really part of just this whole life thing. That it's gonna be really freaking painful losing people, or best friend, or people closest to you. But it will happen. It will happen. Even if you try to avoid it, it will. Disappointments happen. You make the wrong choice happen. Bad things happen in life, and it's just how it is. We have a limited use of it. Is what it is, unfortunately. As much as I hate to say it, it's unfortunately something that happens way too much, and we as people can only numb ourselves to it and to we all hate being hurt. We all hate feeling negative. Obviously, no one likes being left behind by people that they really care about. That is bullcrap. Nobody likes being hurt. You don't just get numb to the pain. You just learn to accept and move on. Because some people really aren't worth your time and effort. I said I missed the other stories. This is a solid advice. It's okay. The VOD is gonna be there if you ever want to watch. But yeah, it's a long one though. But you know, my biggest, not advice, but something that you should remember: if someone is not treating you with respect, or if someone is ghosting you, I think that's enough of a closure. Sometimes you don't need them to say anything. Sometimes you don't need to say your last piece for it to be a closure. How they behave and how they treat you is enough of a closure. And oh, what? Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Saul. Mine's the one who passed away from a sickness for years. I can understand ID, but I'm sorry I skipped out that note when writing the story. Oh, it's okay. No, I'm so sorry you're going through that. Don't worry, Gigi, I won't leave you. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Saul. I'm so sorry you're going through that grief. I just hope that you're... I'm not gonna say you're feeling better. I just hope that you're able to find some friends that are able to be there for you whenever you feel sad, whenever you grieve. I'm so sorry. He let me sit in his car and moved on a journey, but at the end, that car slowly meant for others. My condolences. Yeah, it was one of the saddest stories. I'm actually considering to open another confession about grief, like losing someone, but I think I would just cry. I don't know, would that be too disrespectful for people who are going through a loss? I feel like I would want to tell that to other people. And because we're all people that have been going through a grief, I don't know, I feel like it's a way to feel connected to other people in a sense that, oh, but then I grew old, having one friend is enough. Yes, exactly. I think it's not disrespectful as long as they do it well. You think so? There were thousands of people. I agree on that completely. Should I do that? We would just cry. That would just be the saddest stream I would ever have. Why do I always miss one word when I type? It's okay, it happens. Should I do that? I would just freaking cry though. I would cry, honestly. I think it's a good way, a good indirect way to comfort other people who are grieving, because, you know, remembering that you're not alone in going through grief. I feel like death is definitely part of our lives that is inevitable. Do we hate happy endings in these other grief taking shape? Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Maybe for like the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I find it, I don't know, I find it a little, might be disrespectful in a sense that I'm literally making a topic or stream out of it and monetizing it, you know? So, I'm not sure. It's still a gray area for me, but maybe not, actually, when I think about it again. But yeah. I'm gonna end today's live stream here, guys. I'm so glad I'm not lagging. Oh my gosh, isn't this the first time that I'm not? She's actually from Indonesia but transferred to Philippines, so she taught me Indonesian, but I've been amazed. Oh, it's okay. Oh, she taught you Indonesian lessons. That must have stuck to you a lot. Grief really sucks, guys. Losing people really sucks. Especially if they're in a place where you can't reach, right? Either way, losing people literally or non-literally will always hurt. War is over. War is over. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in for today's stream, and thank you for sticking around. And I'm sorry for all those people who have been hurt in the past. As much as I hate saying this, it makes you stronger. As much as I hate saying, I hate when people say that, you know, but it really does make you stronger. And you will experience more painful breakups in the future. You can't avoid it. It's just part of growing up, growing older. You're gonna lose people. But I hope you know that if you have found good friends that are there for you, maybe you can be grateful and you can try to keep them around and try to always treat them with respect. Heavy and deep. I never regret that I drove so fast. No, please always drive safely. Drive safely. Exactly. I just want to pop in and say hi. Oh, hi! I'm actually ending this stream. But thank you. And, you know, being hurt is a part of life, right? And a bit hard at times, but still very wholesome. I really enjoyed today's stream, you guys. Thank you. And I'm sorry that nice people like you are getting hurt. I'm so sorry. But you know, when you're upset, it's okay to cry. It's okay to let it out. I think it's definitely the best way to get over your sadness. So Please take care of yourself, guys, and please, when you find friends that don't treat you with respect, love yourself enough to walk away. Love yourself, and oh my gosh, udang rebus. I'll catch you on the next stream. Stay safe. Yes, stay safe, everyone. Oh my god, I think YouTube might be running out of members to give out memberships to. Oh my god, I'm getting so many new memberships. Oh my god, thank you so much, Prawn. That is crazy. I'm gonna stick around until the notification ends, okay? The accent came the accent came out. Udang rebus. I don't even speak Javanese. Gue nggak bisa bahasa Jawa, tapi enak aja gitu ngomongnya. Kayak enak aja gitu. My elaborate plan, I see. So you have a motive. Jadi Anda punya modus. Take care, you guys. Yes, I'm gonna stick around until the notification runs out. So medok. Tapi gue sebenarnya nggak bisa bahasa Jawa. Gue nggak bisa bahasa Jawa, guys. Yes, I will see you in the next live stream, guys. And please, if someone ever treats you with disrespect, always love yourself enough to walk away. Okay? Kalau misalnya ada temen kalian yang treat kalian gak baik-baik, itu kalian lepasin ya, guys ya. Lepasin. What time for me was losing my mom. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That will scar you for life. I'm so sorry. Oh, sending hugs to you, hon. Sending hugs to you and to everybody. Oh, there's a Japanese. Yes. Many people literally gave you memberships. But yes, thank you guys for today's stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for today. I had so much fun. Oh, hi, Icy. Hi, Icy. 2 years ago and still missing her. You will miss her for the rest of your life. I'm sure you will miss her for the rest of your life. But, you know, maybe she's up there happy now. With my best friend, with my best friend's mom. You know, I like to think of it that way, that they're happier than they would ever be here. And I know it's something so selfish to say, but it's the best way I can comfort myself. Adeline, oh my god. Adeline, alamak kocak sumpah. Sending big hugs to all of you, sending big fat hugs, big suffocating fat hugs for all of you guys. I just want to send you my biggest love and my biggest just support. I love you guys so much. Okay, you all deserve so much kindness coming your way, and please take care of yourself, guys. Please learn how to love yourself for the love of God. Okay, loving yourself is so important. Loving yourself is very important. So please learn to love yourself before expecting others to love you, because nobody can give you the amount of love that you're gonna give to yourself. Nobody knows you like you know yourself. You're the only person who knows what you've been through. You know, you've been through so much in your life that you can't deal with any of these BS no more. Okay, you gotta love yourself enough for that. So please love yourself, people. Yeah. Kalian harus menyayangi diri kalian sendiri, guys. Itu nomor satu. Itu pelajaran nomor satu. That's number one lesson I will ever give to you and everyone. Okay, please love yourself. Okay, and with that, I will end today's stream. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much, and you all have a good weekend. And please take care of yourself. Please get lots of rest and eat. Don't forget to eat and drink, and don't get sick. Don't get into toxic friendships or relationships. Selamat malam semuanya. Selamat beristirahat. Terima kasih udah mampir. Makasih banget untuk malam ini. I enjoyed today stream so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Yay. Ah, thank you, Sol. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, thank you, Sol. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh my god, stop donating. Stop donating. Stop donating. Go to sleep. Thank you so much, Sol. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys, go to sleep, okay? Tidur, kalian tidur. Yang di malam di sana tidur. Okay, go to sleep, get some rest. Have a good day, good night, good afternoon. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye-bye. No, stop, stop. No, no, no. We're ending the stream. We're ending the stream. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Bless you. God bless you.